This morning, we'll be looking at the significant move that is there to address Nigeria's ongoing security challenges. President Bola Tinubu has reshuffled the nation's top military leadership. The changes announced on October 24, 2025 include the appointment of General Olufemi Oluyede as Chief of Defense Staff, Major General Waidi Shuaibu as Chief of Army Staff, Air Vice Marshal Sunday Kelvin Aneke as Chief of Air Staff, and Rear Admiral E.D. Abbas as Chief of Naval Staff. We have Major General Emmanuel Akomaye Parker Udiande, who retained his position as Chief of Defense Intelligence. Now, the reshuffle comes amid persistent security issues across the country, including insurgencies in the northeast, banditry in the northwest, and separatist unrest in the southeast. While some analysts condemn the president's decisive action as timely and necessary, others caution that without structural reforms, mere personnel changes may not resolve the underlying security problems. Public opinion is divided as well. Some citizens express hope that the new leadership will bring fresh strategies and renewed vigor to the fight against insecurity, while others remain skeptical, emphasizing the need for tangible results over symbolic gestures. So today we invite you to share your thoughts. Do you believe this reshuffle is the right move? Will it lead to meaningful improvements in Nigeria's security landscape? We'd like to hear from you. Make sure you call us in on the numbers displayed on your screen or send us a WhatsApp message. We'd like to hear your thoughts and opinion. Remember, a lot of Nigerians would be wondering what instigated this reshuffle. We know that Nigeria is bedeviled by the recurring insecurity that's going on, banditry, kidnapping, insurgency, as well as unrest, civil unrest as well. But the question is this the best tactical move? And hearing from Nigerians, understanding their own perspective and knowing that they have a different outlook when it comes to this new reshuffle. Are we going to see something new? Is the insecurity going on in Nigeria going to be tackled head on? Are there strategies that are going to be put in place that would make sure that Nigerians are safe? What do you think?
Before we continue, we have a caller on the line. That's our first caller. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Maimuna, Bagudu. Good morning, Hauwa. Good morning, Trust TV. Good morning, Nigeria. This is Shatima Kudima calling from Maiduguri.
Thank you, Shatima, for calling in. Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead with your
about
thoughts.
the reshufflement, to me, it is good. Because, we want the new brand to use their military history to study and see where their predecessors they have made mistakes, so that for them to improve. What we are after is to restore the security of this country. We want them to fix the security of this country, because we have everywhere we have been battling with insecurity. So let them use their military history to see where their ex-boss make a mistake, so that they should improve, and where they have achieved to study and see what they will do to record more achievements. So that's what we are expecting from them, because reshufflement in the government become necessary. It is necessary. It is culture for every government. So time upon time, you have to change your cabinet. You have to change position. Sometimes you have to fire somebody who is weak and bring somebody who you believe that he will he will make a tremendous contribution. So it is nothing to talk about. To me, it is okay, but we want them to tighten their belts, and we are calling for all Nigerians to pray hard for their success, and we are calling for their subordinates to give them maximum cooperation. So this war is you know, it is for all of us. It is not for you know, for somebody who is holding position. It's for all of us, both the civilians and the and the military. And I am calling for you know, for good citizens to please, we should stop supplying these criminals with the necessary means of life. We should stop that, because by the time you supply these you know, these criminals, maybe somebody that they will kill may be your brother. If you know your brother is a Nigerian, it is your brother by nationhood. And whatever you do to contribute towards this insecurity, Almighty Allah will ask you in the day after. You must account for it. These lives have been lost, so many lives have been lost, and still killing is going on. We should stop supplying anything to them. We should block all the source of supply for them. We are praying for them to die natural death in the bush. But we thank God, our militaries now, they are trying. They are trying. You know, they are trying honestly. Honestly speaking, they are trying. We see their work in Dikwa, where the many Boko Harams have been killed. And we are praying for their success, further success. But this success will not be recorded unless we, the ordinary citizens, we have give our own contribution. We should give them all what they want. Inside of information, whereby we see a criminal, we just have to report for them. So we should join hands together and fight this fighting, because this war has been declared against all of us. It's not only soldiers. All of us they have been attacking innocent people, killing innocent people, killing our soldiers. This thing is too much. We are praying for their success, and we wish them a success in their period of office. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you for calling in, Shetima, and also sharing your thoughts.
Maimuna, looking at a lot of feedback from Nigerians, even before this, or when, the resurgence and recurrence of these attacks, the insurgency, terrorism, kidnapping, banditry, all of them all rolled in one, Nigerians would see that. What is going on, and why is it that it is not, it is not gone in and done as is supposed to? So a lot of Nigerians would say that they would rather the service chiefs be given an amount of time for them to do the needful, and if it is not done, they can be reshuffled. But then we've seen the reshuffle. Now let's take our next caller. Hello, good morning, Nigerians.
Good morning.
Good morning, Abba Kong. Thank you for joining us.
This is Abba Kong calling from Gopi State.
Thank you for calling in this morning.
Yeah, sincerely speaking, I want to appreciate Trust TV. Trust TV is always showing the light. Another television station in Nigeria are following. For the update Nigerians are having, I want to sincerely appreciate Trust TV. It is a welcome development that we have been updated on current events. Now I no longer buy newspaper, because I have an update from your station, your TV station. Sincerely speaking, I want to appreciate the crop of people you are producing. I saw Chijioke Okafo when he was interviewing with the ADBN. So that means that Trust TV is producing intelligence, producing capable hands. I want to give 3 votes to Trust TV. Yes, Shetima has spoken my heart. He's a very wonderful speaker. Amongst all the people that have been speaking, he has been somebody that is always pragmatic and straight to the point. Yes, these changes is welcome. Very, very welcome. Our prayer is that we want to see this crop of new chief of defense staff and all the ranks putting their optimal best to ensuring that security is really fight headlong, and to make sure crime and criminality within our area is reduced to the barest minimum. I am too much happy with Trust TV because of this update, and I want to appreciate President Tinubu because he's doing the right thing. And all he needs to do is that the ranks also he should also make sure that the ranks things are done to make sure that he clears the bandwagon that are looking up to ensuring that our dispensation is truncated. So our dispensation should not be truncated. That means this regime should not be truncated because they have something in line for us. Thank you, Trust TV. God bless you.
Thank you, Abasinkong, for calling. Thank you for calling in this morning, Abasinkong. However, if you look at the persistent security challenges bedeviling Nigeria, it is only normal for the president to sit back, re-strategize, and do the needful. And the reshuffling of, of this service chiefs that we have seen, Nigerians are, they have an open mind about it. It is a welcome development. Why? Because we would want to see how things get to unfold when it comes to, tackling insecurity in Nigeria, kidnapping, banditry. People no longer sleep peacefully in their homes. People no longer, leave their homes and have the assurance that they're leaving their homes and getting back safely. We are not saying that the past service chiefs did not do their best. They did their best. The president also acknowledged their efforts while during the service. But it is a welcome development, and Nigerians are really open about it. But we really, really hope that at the end of the day, we don't get to see, or we don't come back here to discuss the fact that they are not doing the needful. But based on, what critics have been able to say about, the new service chiefs, we are optimistic that our security would be good at the end of the day. So we really hope that, things get to change. We have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning. This is Ibrahim from Yola.
Good morning, Ibrahim. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. You see, the issue is this. Have we really sat down to look at the turnover of our military since politically, since the party of democracy? Have Nigeria really sat down to look at the turnover of the military since democracy in 1999? The generals and the commanders that we've lost, we've retired, and they're doing nothing. Secondly, have we really sat down to look at the ratio of our security officers to our population? So when people talk that the president has sacked chiefs and he's done a good job, but that's been sentimental. What happened to defense ministers? Why are they still in their seat? Or are they not part of the security sector? Because they are politicians, so he refused to sack them. And he's talking about the military. So, for my opinion, this is just a deliberate effort to destroy the military. And that will be the end of this country. Because when you don't have people who joyfully work for the country, because they know that they are defending the interests of the country and there are people there to support them, rest assured, we are heading to a very steep problem. Look at the generals and the colonel, from the colonel upwards that we've lost since 1999. This is what I want us to look at. Please, first, do a research and let's look at it. And then, secondly, look at the ratio of our security officers to our population. We are 250 million, plus minus. Do we have 50 million military officers in this country? 50 million. That's one test. Do we have it? We don't. So what I was saying, even the equipment for them to even fight insecurity, is it there? And we keep on saying that, the service chiefs. What will they do? What will they do? They are humans like all of us. So we don't expect them to make magic. If all the services give this for another 4 years and you start and you come back, the problem with that, this problem there, think the other door. What I'm saying is being crazy. And then we've not looked at the external forces trying to destroy this country. Nobody's talking about that in this country. Nobody's talking about the external forces. Because of the mineral sources up there that the Americans want to come and get into. That's why they are talking about this genocide and all this nonsense they are talking about in America. So let's be careful, please. Let's be careful. Don't let allow politicians to destroy our military. Don't allow that. It will not be good for Nigeria. Because Nigerians have nowhere to go, Hauwa. Right on the wall. Nigerians have nowhere to go in this world. Nigerians have nowhere to go. You cannot take 50 million Nigerians out of this country and send them along the West Coast. Nigerians have nowhere to go. Let's get this straight into our head. Anything happens to this country, the whole of the West Coast will be destroyed. The West Coast of Africa will be destroyed. Totally. So let's be careful, Hauwa. Don't just allow us to be singing praises while the most important segment of the security of Nigeria is being destroyed deliberately. If the president is serious, he should start the defense minister. That we know that he's serious. Let him start those defense ministers. Because they are part of that structure. Let him start them. And like he dismissed the services, let him start the ministers. Bring new people inside. Then we know that he's working with the new people. But you leave the politicians, you start people who've been there inside, who sacrifice their lives, that they're not working. So who's working? Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that, for your contribution as well. You know, different perspectives, different opinions, and at the end of the day, a lot of Nigerians would want to know or understand the reason behind this reshuffle. And when it comes to this reshuffle, it is not about switching people for a reason or without any reason, but if they are there, when they get there, how are they going to make sure that Nigeria's security problem is resolved? How are they going to make sure that there are steps that are being taken? And how is the federal government going to enable them in making sure that they do the needful when it comes to insecurity?
Absolutely. We have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning to you in the studios. My name is Mohammed Abdullahi. I'm calling from Adamu State.
Good morning. Mohammed. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your thoughts.
We want to sincerely appreciate you for updating Nigerians. But the truth of the matter, we have no any other country than Nigeria. And I urge our politicians to do the needful. Honestly, the issue of millions of naira that we're been spending on security in this country, it's really alarming. Let the government, from the local government to the state government to the federal, start thinking of human development. Most of these young boys are being recruited to this banditry and stuff like that. You understand? How much are they giving them? Let's engage them. Even if it's a monthly keepings that are giving them 10,000, 20,000. If they know that at the end of the month they are getting something, no any NGO, no anybody that will come and deceive them and be fighting themselves as a country. Frankly speaking, we need to start thinking of human development. Not these politicians be looting money and they wait until after, during election, they will come and be giving people indomie and stuff like that. We need to start thinking serious as a nation. Honestly, this country is sinking. You know, it's not about the service. In fact, why are we even putting pressure on service chiefs? We know that this military, their responsibility is for foreign this thing. You understand? We have neglected the police. We have neglected the mopols. It's the responsibility of the police for internal security. Nobody is even talking about the police. You understand? We have brought the military from the barracks. Things are not even this thing. Honestly. So please, let's do the needful as a nation. It's really embarrassing what is happening in this country. Look at how they are just embarrassing people, negotiating with bandits in the open space. They negotiate with bandits, and government are watching. Haba. It's really embarrassing what is happening in this country. I hope our politicians will wake up from their slumbers and do the needful. We have no any other country than Nigeria. We really appreciate Trust TV for sensitizing Nigeria. May God continue to bless our country. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for calling in and sharing your thoughts. When it comes to security, it is, everyone's collective responsibility to ensure that, we are at the forefront of getting the right solutions in curbing the insecurity issues that we have in our country. I mean, it is high time that we get this sorted out at the end of the day. But then Nigerians will always say that I remembered when I saw a video. I mean, some people were talking about, the insecurity issues and all of that. And someone said, I think it's high time that, Nigerians take the bull by the horn and, start providing their own security and, doing the needful in protecting themselves. But that is another topic for another day. We have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello, good morning.
All right, please, can you turn down the volume of your television set so we can hear you clearly?
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Benson Patrick from Warri, Delta State.
Good morning, Benson. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Yeah, I've been following your program, and honestly, on the topic we are discussing now, is this the right move? Everybody knows as a Nigerian that it's not the right move. Knowing fully that changing the service chiefs for now is not even a priority. It's not even the right thing to do. Looking at the army or the armed forces in general, you know that we have a lot of things we are contending with. So, and just recently, I think the president has given the chief of defense staff a task. And I'm not surprised when people are saying it's all about the suspected coup that was said recently that brought in the changes in the service chiefs. Because if not for that reason, there is no any justification. There is no reason for the change now. Because we are trying to stabilize the whole issue we are having in the country. So now, just like what my the person that spoke before me now said, when you look at the situation we are now and bringing out a huge numbers of generals of the service at a time like this, in fact, it's very, very disastrous because a lot of people will ask, what will those young generals be doing now? Because most of them are not due to this service. And it's in the system of the army that when you bring in a junior to place in a position, definitely you have to bring out the ones that are his seniors that are still in the service. So it's reckless sight of the government for doing that, and above all, getting a junior to even come and lead the movement. I don't know what they are thinking. I don't know what the NSA is also thinking. But whosoever that have advised the presidency of doing that to these changes now, I think the person may not be right. Though everybody has his own opinion, you have the right to say whatsoever thing. But honestly, from we Nigerians, we keep on asking questions. What happened? Because even the from the first time, he's still a young man. He's still active. He's not an old man. He's not outdated. And the guy is doing marvelously well. He's doing great. So we don't know why this happened, and we must stop bringing politics into the military. Because as long as the politicians keep doing what they can do in order to make sure they remove the strength in the military, because it affects the military negatively. Even the boys, the morale of the boys is very low. In a time where we're picking up, because he gets to really try to push, but I am telling you, my dear sister, Nigerians are not happy because going back to start, we are going back to a drawing board. The general have to go back and sit down and start thinking on what to do. And finally, from my end, please, if you remove some and you leave some, what are you doing? You have to clear all the architecture completely and make sure you come in with a new people. But now, removing some, putting some, I don't know the tactics they are using. And I don't know why they are able to do what they are doing. We pray that God will help us in this country. Thank you, my dear sister. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you for calling in
I
this
believe
morning.
we have a couple of WhatsApp messages that we can look at.
Absolutely,
this morning. All right, we have one message from Adamu Muhammad Usman from Kafin Hausa in Jigawa State. He said, "Good morning, everyone. Those officers who have gone, we wish them well in their future life endeavors. Also, the reshufflement is in order because I believe it changes, and we hope and pray the changes will be for good and for the improvement of insecurity situation in the country and also military personnel well-being. Please, we hope and appeal to the new service chiefs to fear Allah and do the needful, period, because nobody at their caliber and experience needs extraordinary research to know the problems of military insecurity and the Nigerian democracy or what Nigerians need at the moment. May Allah help, protect, and guide." All right, thank you very much, Adamu.
All right, we have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Dr. Bagudu from Bagudu.
Thank you for calling in this morning. Kindly go ahead with your thoughts.
All right. I really want to appreciate the president for changing the services. Their services were overdue. Actually, they were not giving what Nigerians wanted. They were in power, insecurity was ravaging the country, and there was nothing. So the change is a welcome development. On the other hand, you notice that the political class were not ready to send the services. In as much as the legal was not coming out until this issue of it came on board. I will now hardly see that service chiefs were picked. We want to welcome the change. We want to believe that now that they have been changed, we are going to see transformation in the operation of the Nigerian military, insurgency, banditry, and whatever. It's nothing not of questions. But honestly speaking, it's not meant to better the life of Nigerian, but to make sure that the politicians secure their own position where they are. If not, the former service chiefs, they are long time overdue. If I'm the president, I appoint you as the defense staff, and the security, I will not wait until I remove immediately and appoint somebody that can do the job. But we want to agree that this appointment is going to be for good. That is my own take. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Maimuna, looking at this with the reshuffle, a lot of Nigerians would say, all right, if you are there, you're not doing the needful when it comes to your job or doing your job properly, you should step out or you should be put aside. Other people that are seen to be able and capable of doing their job be put there and see what is going on. And others would say that let that trickle down to other ministries, agencies, as well as political, positions as well. And with that, you would have people on their toes anticipating if they do the needful or not. And it is said that it is said that doing the same thing
over and over and
expecting different results is the definition of insanity.
Absolutely.
But let's look at this.
All right, then let's take this message from Baba in Jalingo. It says, "Good, trust TV. Is it the right time? No. Because the underlying reason is not based on the performances of the former service chiefs, rather due to coup or no coup issues. Look at various comments on the former CDS. Commendations, everyone." Thank you, Baba from Jalingo, for sending in your message this morning.
All right, we have another. All right, we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining us. What is your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning. My name is Musa Mohamed. I'm speaking from Kaduna.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Trust TV, pleased to get you for the first time because I've been following the program. Thank you guys for what you are doing.
Thank you for calling.
On this issue of service, you see, we have to tell ourselves the military are overwhelmed. We have less number of security people that is not commemorate to our population. If we want them to do a very good work, we should give them man and equipment. We are less man compared to the number of people that are in the post. Not as much as us, but because little men that we have and little people. People say that this violence are very far expensive and more dangerous than what our people have. And you cannot go as a dead man to go and find somebody with the life. Because I compare our soldiers with the value and I feel that dead men because of the people that if you look at the people that the bandits are carrying. So what I'm saying in this is the politicians do the necessary to allocate more money and monitor whether these weapons are bought. And for the once and for all, what this was, there has to be funds released to the army to buy the correct weapons. At the same time, there should be monitor of whether those things are bought. And then political will to be able to honor these people that are supporting all these plans. Them there are following this work. They are not. Can you imagine even riding the taxi to open field how did we get to this place? Like here, the giant of Africa is not important. I am a tinubu to talk to his fellow president, including that we have once again. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your thoughts. We have another WhatsApp message from Badamasi Haruna Adamu right here in the FCT. He says, despite somewhat different rumors associated with the changes of the service chiefs, it's a right move because it will usher in new officers with a new strategic thinking and a zeal to perform. But I hope they will be allowed to discharge their duties without interference. May we continue to experience peace as a nation. Thank you very much, Badamasi, for your WhatsApp message. All right, that is all we have for the phone-in segment.